Let's get the party started. Anthony's Fishy Friends, first here. First here, 45 minutes early. Yeah, I was like eating dinner and reviewing a couple of things. Someone sent me something to read. I had to bang out some of it. This is all good. How y'all doing? I'm wearing a Sergeant Tank t-shirt. Written by some guy named Lamont Mudd, I think was the artist behind that. And I don't know who Lamont Mudd is, but did a really good job. Daryl Deemer, where have you been, my man? How are you doing? Great having you here. James, Doug Gray, there he is. The guy who taught BB King how to play the guitar. Yeah, I wish. I wish. Small Fry Aquatics. Well, it shouldn't catch you. This is my time. This is when I go. It's when I go through it. Lamont is Corey's old partner. Okay, that's who that is. Good artist. Really nice looking. Peplin Creek Aquatics, how are you? Jeff at Valley Fish, how are you? How are those shrimp doing? How are those shrimp? I am well. It's Monday was crazy in the office. Got a lot done today. I went in yesterday for about 2 hours, did a lot of stuff, so I didn't have to really bust my chops today. But tomorrow I've got a lot of stuff to get done, and yeah, so I'm hoping for the best. It's all good. So what's the weirdest thing that you have seen at a pet store? I've seen things where I've wanted to drop, trying to catch up, molting on video. He isn't cooperating. Yeah, no, that's real work when you catch those shrimpies molting. So here's the deal: is that I've seen weird stuff at a pet store. David Samsel in the house. Bob Kaler's Aquatics. Well, that's Small Fry Aquatics. Now that's saying something. It's all good. They had two-headed painter turtle. Now that's cool. It's weird. It's odd. I have been in the pet store, and this is usually the big chains, like PetSmart or Petco or what have you, where all of a sudden there's some guy buying his girlfriend a fish. And the people not knowing what, these people going in, they're getting a betta container and a betta. And I've seen that a couple of times, which is odd. But the all-time weirdest thing I saw was I went into PetSmart, not out of not out of not out of wanting a good deal. I went into PetSmart last year on Black Friday. And I had to go there because I had to pick something up. I had a gang valve that died, I believe. There's something die on me, so I had to go in there. So this gang valve decided it wasn't going to work anymore. I have no idea why that happened, but it did. So there I am. I show up as in the afternoon. Get there at about 2, 3 after the stuff's going on. I'm behind a lady that went out and purchased $800 worth of cat litter. And I was biting my tongue so hard, just saying, how many decades is that going to last you, lady? Or I wanted to say, how many cats do you own? So there you go. Yeah, $800 worth of cat litter seems over the top. Yeah, I do too, David Sampson. I like Petco over PetSmart. So there you go. There was a fish store in Minneapolis, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was a good one. You know what I'm saying? It was a good one. And the guy had a pretty good sized turtle. And I can't remember what type of turtle it is. I've never been anti-turtle. I've been sort of pro-turtle, actually. And I'll tell you what, he had a big honking turtle, and he threw in whatever he lost in fish from the night before. So he must have had a new shipment because he had a couple of losses. You never saw dead fish in the store. And but I did this day because I walked in right as he opened, and he put him in to be consumed by the turtle. And you weren't gonna put your hand too close to this turtle. Maybe a snapping turtle. I agree. I agree, David Sampson. I do too. PetSmart and Black Friday. What could go wrong with this story? Yeah, friends don't let friends. Trust me. No one wanted to go in there more less than me. I had no choice. I needed a gang valve in a big way. So I went in. Excellent. Saltwater, changes. I had a lot of water changes over the weekend. Chewy, how are you, buddy? 10 here, 6 big thumbs up. Tonight's live stream, unofficially brought to you by, I wish they'd pay me, Ozarka Water. Ozarka Water. Delicious. Makes a live stream alive. Really delicious. Ozarka Water. Man, they could just send me a check. I talk like them about them all the time. Yeah, let's see here. The music references. There you go. 36 water changes over the weekend. 6 salt and it's done. There you go, Bob. There you go. $800 worth of cat litter. I have no idea how many pounds it is. Probably wasn't 800 pounds. But who knows? It probably was. And I saw them loading it in to the back of this woman's minivan. It was like wall to wall kitty litter. I've had cats in my life. They're wonderful. I like the cats. What do? You buy one of those things of clumping tidy cat. How long does that last you? Well, I guess that's true, Peplin Creek Aquatics. You could run a shelter. I have not heard of Todd Kearns. Chewy. I was what I was listening to today? Oh, now we're going into full barbershop mode. I was listening to Yngwie Malmsteen today. And then, just to show you the diversity of my musical taste, I was listening to ska on my Alexa, Turn off. I should have said Amazon Echo. And I was listening to ska music with Save Ferris, which was a ska band in the 90s. And I really like them. Todd plays with Slash. Okay. Singer of the Age. Okay. From Saskatchewan, Canada. The half peaks are amazing. I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think half peaks are pretty sweet as well. That may be other than a fish to help take care of excess fish, a cull machine. My next type of fish probably will be half beaks. I totally agree with you. They are awesome. Absolutely terrific. Excellent, Chewy. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Saul Hudson, that's right, Chewy. Saul Hudson, nice Jewish kid. Money Mighty Boss Towns, yeah. There you go. I like the Money Mighty Boss Tones. I like it's No Doubt, which was a ska band before Gwen Stefani became so doggone popular. Yeah, do you know what? I have not looked at Get Gills today, but I've seen some of the half beaks he's had from time to time at Dan has had, and they've been just awesome to look at. Absolutely awesome. Yep, that is Slash's real name. Saul Hudson. Absolutely correct, David. Let's see here. Gold spot half beaks back, 6 orange tetras, 8 species of rainbows. Yeah, you should take a look at it, Doug. I've sold some stuff through there. I need to get the rest of my stuff up. I told Anthony I would over the weekend, but I didn't do it. I need to get the stuff I have available ready to go up there. Todd sings like Ian Asbury of The Cult. Yeah, he was with the Doors. Todd was with The Cult. There you go. 200-gallon plexi. How much? Now, what percentage of the tank water are you changing of your saltwater tanks, Bob? What percentage? Yeah, because my saltwater stuff is almost, I don't have a great deal of background from there. Okay, I'm over at taking a look at that. Wow, he has a few different types of red beaks. He had these platinum ones, I don't know, a while back that I thought were pretty nice. Small floating pellets, fruit flies. Yeah, you see, there you go. Yeah, gold spot, half beak. Yeah, those are all really nice. Really, really nice. Tom Petty years ago in Vancouver. Yeah. By the way, the Heartbreakers may be, and I'll put this up against Bruce Springsteen's backing band. Heartbreakers may have been the best band of their era. Lumpy Dog. Great having you here. Yeah, it's yeah, when I need stuff lifted, there's a guy at my office named RT that I like take him out to eat and have him help me sling things around. Sometimes you need two people to help you out with stuff, right? Let's see here. See, Bob Kaler? I hope that didn't pinch your hip or anything like that. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. A lot of weight all the way around. So I was at what real weird things have I seen at pet stores? There a lot of times just the people that go in and are walking around and you can sit there and sort of do some people watching, which is really difficult to do right now in the face mask thing. Um, I read an article, I don't know, last week or something like this about it's I don't know if this is New York Post or what have you. Anthony, well, good. First here, then finally here. Um, is that the article was about that women feel aggressively stared at because of men with men in face masks. And I started thinking this through for a second. Uh, Ladies, I'm going to tell you something. Men love to look at women. We love to look at women. We love to see their hair. Everything about women we love. Okay. And men are visual. Okay. Um, so these women, well, you can't really look at their face mask, can you? It's their whole face is covered up. So you make eye contact. Apparently, a lot of aggressive, there's stuff. Jesse, HC Agua in the house. How are you? So hopefully, I have some good news, by the way. Um, Yesterday, or it may have been Saturday afternoon, I went and tried entering my information to get my tax refund. And guess what? There you go. Yeah, some fire red shrimp from Get Gills. There you go, all set up. I need to get up my Guppies on there and get those going in. I did big water changes on all my Guppy tanks this weekend. Let's see. Ask about weird things. Remember seeing live fish on the ground flopping around a store, and I tried to put them back into the tank, and the store employee said, "Just leave it." Great. Was this a chain place, David, or was this an LFS? Melvin, rebuilding our brand in the house. Chain store, yeah. Again, the deal is we've become so addicted to big box stores. And now the big box stores are beginning to fall apart because they're so much in debt and they're closing up and filing for bankruptcy and stuff like that. I'll tell you, when I went to pick up my, not this last weekend, but the weekend before, where I went down and picked up my 20-gallon aquariums from the good people at Petco. Um, that place was stacked up with people. I just went and got in line because, you can't really bring up those aquariums. So I just went up and got them. And I looked behind me, and there was the line was going back almost to the back of the store. I mean, it was unbelievable. So thank goodness those stores are doing okay. But I'd rather go into a cool LFS. The LFS here, kind of small. They don't have a lot of stuff. Um, and because of that, um, they um, because they don't have a lot of stuff there, they do have a lot of customers. A lot of people are in there. Yeah, I did, Bob. I got it. They accepted my information. Asked for for my stimulus money. Hopefully that shows up here in the next day or two, so I can go and get flooring because that's what I'm doing with it. Anthony, here's the deal: is that my accountant uh, told me to file for an LLC, which I'm going to do, and then I'm going to start expensing stuff and looking at the profit and stuff like that. It's I absolutely gnarly fish tanks. What's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Great having you here. Great having you here. Lumpy dog, just turn it on. See what happens. It's ready for tonight's Doug's the Gray style humor. Yes, give it to us, David. Do you have a dad joke? Bring it on. Chevy Fish, how you doing? I don't think I said hi to you. I apologize. And was told yeah, you know what, Jesse? I'll tell you something. Our buddy John Oliver, I think he's found a simpler way to do it, and I'm going to play around with his idea. As I get in, I think it'll be easier to do that way. The shipping out is the pain in the butt. It's I'm always I don't ship enough that oh, okay, here we go. Why did Doug start keeping fish? Because the aliens told him so. But bump. Select Pat, what's up? Yeah, I'll tell you what. Um, yeah, it's just bizarre. The aliens. I'm all about the aliens. I think they're great. We need more aliens in this world. Aliens give us love and peace. And yeah, I'm mark me down as being in favor and hoping that the aliens will end 2020 with an invasion. But the aliens only have one thing: they'll protect anybody who has fish. Tampa, Tom, fishing. Excellent. Yeah, I'm not into the self-serve kiosk select pet. I don't even do the sign up for them to pick it up. I go down there. Here, because my hours, which I've said before, I go to work at 5 a.m. every day. So I get home around 2. I've already have the boxes ready to go. I pack the fish. Their last feeding was the night before. I pack them up, take them down, and ship them out. And usually I get them out. I'm usually at the post office. I get here about 2. Usually at the post office at 3. Sometimes I have to stay in the line. It is what it is. Yeah, don't ship yourself, Bob Kaler. Hey, Big J's Fish Keeper, how are you? Yeah, you know what? It sounds like you would be plenty safe. That's good. Yeah, again, just the craziness. Bolo's here, by the way. He is in the bedroom underneath a chair. I walked him about an hour ago. And then he drank a lot of water. And he ate some food and he went back. I will do so, Bob Kaler. I've got your back. Yeah, so it's it's time. In the middle of a live stream, taking care of my fish. Mob Guppy, we only drink one water, Ozarka water, made with the pure taste of the Ozarks. Oh, it's amazing. Which, ironically, is not bottled in the Ozarks. It's bottled in Texas. Yeah, Bolo, by the way, he has not been in the backyard for a couple of weeks. He just hasn't been. He was not feeling well last week. In fact, I was beginning to get worried about him, and then he pepped on up. On September 7th, what day of the week is September 7th? Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull out the calendar here. Wow. It's Monday. It's on a Monday. On September 7th, Bolo will be 13 years old. And so we'll do this. We'll dedicate the thing into there. 16 people here. Holy capoli. 12 likes. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Yeah, I have a motley crew of mods. Absolutely. Yeah, Bolo. Yeah, but he's not gonna drink beer. He'd be sick for days. Yeah, well, in dog years, he's like 90. But but Bolo is a little independent, anyways. He wants me to feed him, he'll walk him. If he's out of water, he'll let me know. If he wants to be petted, he'll let me know. Then he's just sleeping somewhere. The guppy crosses are doing well. I'll do a follow up video on that. It's All right. So you see the joke there, Bob Kaler. You asked me to have your back. I do. It's in dog years, Kaler's 290. Todd knows tween age is legal drinking. So the Guppy Crosses are doing well. I'll do another video on them. They're looking really good. It's just I've been so much just sort of waiting for this money to come in so I can do the flooring in that bedroom, and then I can begin to get the second fish room going, and maybe one day moving fish out of the kitchen. But why? You know, I'm just thinking there for a second. Yoda was like 900 years old. So let's just say it's 900 times 7. He was pretty doggone old in dog years. Gotta tell you, whatever is dripping in the background is making me have to pee. All right, PMI. Yeah, just go use the restroom. You can lurk. I don't want anyone to make a mistake while listening and watching this wonderful live stream. Geez, that makes you 400, Doug. Man, Doug, wow. Fish Asmer? I don't know the. Hey, Joseph, JH Aquatics. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. Numbers are, math is bad. By the way, if I was gonna go and give advice to my younger self, it would have been, you know what? Figure math out. You'll do okay. And the other thing about that I would do is, learn that foreign language. That's a couple of things in school. English is pretty good. Literature is pretty good. History, I killed it on history. I was really good. Not so good in the other things. Hey, what is up, Scott, King and Queen Cichlids? How you guys doing? I tell myself not to date or marry Italian women. You see, Doug? There you go. It's my ex-wife was Mexican, and one of my buddies, which was nice, was also married to a Mexican girl. And when my marriage blew up, he goes, "Well, why don't you fly down to Puerto Vallarta and go meet some señorita?" I'm going, "Yeah, I'm not yet." Oh, very good. David, now I've picked up something new today. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Yeah, it's Viola. I prefer brunettes, just being up front here, but I sort of like them all. I'm a big fan of all the ladies. It's now this is my first time being single in about 15 years. So, but during my single days, I dated them all: redheads, blondes, brunettes, Hispanic, Asian, African American. I dated all the girls. They all had something in common. They were smarter than me, and I should not be dating them. They were very good looking. When you look like this and you're seen with a real pretty girl, it's called it's called game. Yeah, homemade pasta, real sauce. When I lived in New Jersey, used to go to Garfield, New Jersey, to an Italian deli. Oh, now, hey, Larry D's, thanks and more. How y'all doing? Vinny the Mooch. So there I am, in line at this Italian place, Garfield, New Jersey, Italian deli, and it looked like, homemade raviolis, yeah. Um, oh, you're from Teaneck, excellent. I lived in Hackensack for about 7 years, so spent a little time in Teaneck. I lived in Hackensack. The company I worked for had 3 locations. One in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, one at the Empire State Building, and then one about 4 blocks away. I guess maybe about 5 blocks away, um, at just across 33rd from Madison Square Garden, 17th floor. Thank you very much, Bob. Yeah, but this Garfield, New Jersey. So you're in line to get the ravioli from them, and their lobster ravioli was oh my goodness, it was good. But it looked like an extras casting for Goodfellas. If you wanted to see, uh, you know, uh, every stereotype of somebody who was Italian in one place, here it was. Hey, there you go, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. And including my favorite one was the guy who had his he had he must have been a mob guy. He had his shirt unbuttoned to his navel. He had a thick gold chain, and he hung his sunglasses on it. And I'm going, yeah, that is. I bet you this guy is Mobb. And the Mobb guys don't mess around with good. It's hey, John Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. How are you? So here's the deal. So you roll in. Yeah, the Italians do not mess around. Here, I was told by a guy from Staten Island named Frankie, who I worked with. And Frankie, he said, I'll give you a tip at finding a good Italian restaurant. And it's the best tip ever. If you like Italian food, you're anywhere, Philadelphia, New York, suburban New Jersey, New Jersey, Boston. It almost works anywhere in the country. But before you're seated, walk around the restaurant. And if you see that little Italian guy in a dark restaurant, 9 p.m., in the corner, in a suit, dark sunglasses, eat there. If you don't see him, move on. In New York City, that's easy to do. We should change all the Mobb Guppy live stream titles to, hey, story time with Peter. Yes. Chattanooga Ed came up with something the other day, and I thought it was, and not to be egotistical or anything like that, but I think it pretty much fit. He goes, when you watch a Mobb Guppy live stream, it's a lot like going to the barber shop, which I think is a heck of a compliment. So, hey, so how many fish did you get in today? You're feeding BBS. Very good, John. I Yeah, I can't go wrong with Peter talk. So, I have, in fact, I'm going to be doing, as soon as we're done with the live stream today, I'm going to do some baby BBS because I woke up late yesterday and I got my BBS going later than I normally get. So there you go. Show Peter enough, Pam will show up. There we go. Let's hope so. So my yeah, so the process of the whole the whole time in New York and New Jersey. The one thing I do not miss about New York City is I do not miss the hustle and bustle. I do not miss the traffic jams. I do not miss stuck in a train, all that sort of stuff. You got more than 600 fish in today? Holy capoli. Peter's fish poetry. David Samsel. Thank you very much, Scott. Yeah, we need some likes here, everybody. If he tells it, they will come. I haven't written some fish poetry yet. I need to probably work on that. When I was in college, I wrote a poem about boogers. Does anyone want me to give my my booger poetry? And then I'll tell you my Andy Gibb poem. Since people are bringing up poetry, so does anyone want to hear the booger poetry? It's not too terrible. All right. Picking my nose. Picking my nose. Love to read prose while I'm picking my nose. Dig in deep and pull it out. A little bit of flesh, a little bit of blood, picking my nose. Yeah, it's not it's not Walden. All right. Now here's my Andy Gibb poem, which is a little more sophisticated. Andy is gone. Andy is dead. Shooting Hollywood sugar. Shooting Hollywood sugar. Hating to be glib on the loss of Mr. Gibb. Hollywood sugar in his arm. Hollywood sugar in his nose. He was too blinded by the high to see the harm. Barry, Robin, Maurice all wept about the company that Andy kept. Andy, we love you, they cried. Andy, we love you, they cried. But Andy couldn't hear them because he died. So what do you think? The Happy Time Murders. I haven't seen that one. So there you go. If you want something crazy, there you go. Yeah, an Oscar. You know what? They're nominating so much stuff that's not real, like a Netflix show for like big awards. Why not a big YouTube award for great poetry? It's really good and really sick. Well, there you go. What's the difference between boogers and hot broccoli? I probably should work on a Guppy poem. Nope, not a relative. Well, it could be a relative. Actually, it's probably not a relative, even though my middle name is Wilkinson. It's my mother's maiden name. I know I know nearly all my cousins. I think I know them all. Kids won't eat broccoli, but they eat boogers. That's funny. See, this live stream has gone woo, and it's all because of me. It's not because of you. I started this whole thing. You know what it's time for? In the middle of a live stream, I often say to myself, I need something to wet my whistle. I'm doing a lot of talking. I have an Ozarka water. Unfortunately, they do not pay for this plug, but they should. Ozarka, you could be in next. You could be part of the whole Mobb Guppy experience. There's like 19, 20 people here. Would love to have some Ozarka water. You're going to shove little pieces of broccoli in your kid's nose when she's sleeping. Yeah, you see, from now on. You see, it's savory, delicious water, which is not from the Ozarks, ironically enough. It's from Texas. Yeah, and totally free. I'm just going to do these things occasionally with different beverage items, hoping for that day where someone will say, you know what? We should buy an ad on this thing. Let this guy plug us. So there you go. I get my Ozarka water at Sam's Club, and it's you see, there you go. You're gonna have to talk Liz into it. Just say leave the room. Just go booger 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 booger. Oh man, now that's funny. That is funny indeed. See here. Yeah, so the subject of tonight's live stream was weirdest stuff we've seen at a pet store. That's funny, Scott. Autocomplete is terrible tonight. Yeah, yes, it is. I'm a booger. You're a booger. Everyone's a booger. Okay, it's off the rails. So let's get back to craziest things you've seen at a fish store, not a pet store, all the way around. There was one when I lived in Alabama, um, where they had a caiman that apparently they couldn't sell to anybody. And this thing became huge, giant caiman, and they put it in the window. As you walked by, you looked in. How long do you think a caiman lives? Yes, I actually have fish. Yes, I do. And soon to have about 40 tanks set up. Yes, I do have fish, even though that's very rarely what we talk about on these live streams, which is probably not good. It's probably what you would want to have in there. So let's look at a caiman. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah, I was spelling it wrong. I need to do more spelling. Some more wonderful spelling stuff. So a caiman. Da, da, da. I bet you they live for a long time. And by the way, I don't know why anyone would want as a pet, but who am I? I have a bunch of fish. Okay, came in lifespan. 30 to 40 years. You see, there you go. Not quite like an alligator. Not quite like an alligator. Yeah, Prince is real strong. I'm still waiting on telling you my Prince stories. Everyone tried to buy an Oscar and had a small fishbowl, and yeah, that's the deal. There is that what hurts the hobby more at all are idiots who work in, especially in the big stores, people who should not be anywhere near fish. Absolutely. Yeah, I heard that, Gray the Scarlet with there you go. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Prince. Well, I cannot say that Prince did not sing a song about boogers because you quite frankly don't know what's in the vault. It very well could be there. Make a fish foundation. There you go. That sounds great. Yeah, boogers is Boogers. You're right in the middle there. Caught Cayman when you're collecting fish, but it was not too big. Yeah, there you go. Chattanooga Ed, great having you here. We're talking about weird stuff happening at the pet store. And for whatever reason, we went down the side road of boogers. So it's just a normal live stream here. Just sort of a normal thing we do on the Mobb Guppy live stream. So, by the way, I'm watching. I did have the thing we talked about this weekend where my Amica Splendens, my first female dropped Friday, and they were all stillborn. I have two more uh, pregnant. Shout out to your mom. Excellent. We could do shout outs in this one. What the heck? We got 12 minutes left. Let's do shout outs. Let me know who you want to do a shout out to. I know I did start it, but no, I believe me, it's all on me. On me. So the female Amica Splendid, all dead, all stillborn. I exchanged emails all weekend long with Greg Sage. He's like the guru of these fish. He's going, well, hopefully next time around. So these other two females, I'm hoping they drop their fry, and I hope they're living. So I don't know. Maybe she was scared or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. Ed, Doug was all about demeaning you. Oh man, Chattanooga Ed, he was. And hell's breaking loose. Shout out to your mom. There you go. Scott wants to shout out to your mom. Who else can I give a shout out to? Hi, Scott, Chewy, Catfish, and Pepin. Hey, Ed. Sup, Ed? I'm doing my shout outs. Yeah, the booger poem pretty much did everything went down from there. Always be good to mom. Absolutely. It's I miss my mom. She was a good lady. She was a good lady. Lumpy dog. The Codfather sent a counselor around to see him. Shout out to Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Trying to get another big payday. And no knockouts. There will not be any knockouts. But I think Tyson is still trying to get out of his tax debt. Imagine poor Mike Tyson is that he made almost $1 billion and is now in debt to the IRS. It's crazy. Hold on a second, I'm going to sneeze. All right, I'm back. I sneezed pretty good. It's got to be a knockout, I know, but no knockout. That's apparently part of the contract. I think it was a Roy Jones thing because he's been knocked out a couple of times. Yeah, Don King. Yeah, he stole the money, and also Tyson. Tyson had good people. Pat's Fish Tanks, what's up? We started his career, and then he linked up too much with Don King. And when you're that successful, that type of stuff, people start feeding your ego. And he was very young. Remember, youth is wasted on the young. It really is. Was that William Shakespeare who said that? Yeah, lawsuits got him good too. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the case. But I think Mike Tyson, though, I think he's now a pretty good guy. I think he's sort of straightened things out. Britney Spears, her father handles her money. He gives her an allowance. She's not making money right now because she's not doing that Vegas show where she looks like a stripper and lip syncs all night. Great having everybody here. It's always good. Hello, Brittany. That's what Chattanooga says. Nikki Stevens, welcome to the live stream. How are you? Don't pee in Iron Mike's pool? No, heavens no. Let me just tell you how you refer to Iron Mike, Mr. Tyson. Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking about Dwayne Kitchell the other day, Joseph. I love watching his live streams. And it's been a while, I think, since he did one. And he's a good guy. So I hope he and his wife are well and keeping safe. Yeah, Mike Tyson's Tiger. Yeah. Hey, a big shout out to all the people with Guppy in their YouTube name. It's don't steal Mike's tiger either. I don't think he has the tiger anymore. I think it went back to what are the names of the gay guy magicians? Something and Royce, Siegfried and Roy. I think they went back. I think the tiger went back to Siegfried and Roy. Excellent. Thank you very much. You only know Mobb, Guppy. It's all, and really all that matters is how it counts. Oh, his wife has cancer. Well, we'll keep them in our thoughts and prayers because he's a good guy, and it's just, and I know he loves his wife, and it's cancer just sucks. Shout out to Kenny and his cross country Fish Fam tour. Absolutely, Kenny. No, thanks, Bob Kaler, for giving that to us. That was good to know. Hey, let's give a shout out to the guys with a guppy in their logo. I'm trying not to be so self-serving. Water changes on a 20 long is quicker, easier than on a 120. You know what I have never done? I have never overflowed a tank. Ever. Hat Trick Farm, welcome to the live stream. Welcome. You missed a good one. We've been going nuts. Or I've been going nuts, and the nice people here have been putting up with it. Sort of like therapy for Uncle Mobb Guppy. Ozarka water. Mmm. Mmm. Well, there goes your record. Yeah, Mom, you just jinxed yourself. Yeah, you see, there you go. There you go. That's the Ozarka water. Big shout out. Should buy some time to be on this live stream. Oh, that's good. Wix Water World with you and Kenny. There you go. Labyrinth. All right, gang, we've been here for a little over an hour. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that you guys put up with me. And I guess I have to sort of figure out how to write a Guppy poem. I will work on it so we can get together next week. Same fish time, same fish channel, which wasn't clever. But I will try to write. It's a clever poem featuring guppies. Have a good one. I'm gonna have some more Ozarka water. It's delicious and refreshing.